Bitcoin is at the edge of breaking down right here, guys. We already seen a breakdown in the relative strength index right here on the 4-hour time frame. What is happening with Bitcoin? Are we going to see a massive dump? Can we see a breakout to the downside? That will be the most important question of today's video, guys, because Bitcoin as of now is not looking all too strong, at least in the shorter term time frame. So guys, let's jump straight into it. Bitcoin is trading in this falling wedge formation, right? We got rejected from the resistance. Right now it looks like we again got rejected from that resistance, and so far Bitcoin is just trending slightly lower. The volatility is still gigantically low, which means that a big move still comes in the Bitcoin price very soon. And we can see that on the relative strength index, for example, right here, we already broke down. We already broke the support. So that's just all not too bullish. When we go to WhaleAlerts.com, I have to be honest, guys, the signs here are also not all too bullish. The funding rates are very positive already for quite some time, but right now even exceeding. We will have a look at that at the individual funding rates. The premium index goes back to green. Well, as you guys know, that's also not the most bullish sign in the shorter term time frame. Take a buy sell ratio is slowly coming down, but still above the green line. So I would say that one would be bullish, but the open interest is also very high, which means that the pressure on Bitcoin is cooking. So we got Bitcoin right now slowly going down, breaking some support levels in the data metrics, like relative strength index and the data on Will Portal. Price is still hovering. And we have enormous pressure on Bitcoin because of the low volatility and because of the high open interest, right? It's just a lot of pressure right now on Bitcoin. So once that volatility is going to kick in Bitcoin, we most likely will see a big move, a very big move. So I want to have a discussion a little bit in today's video because generally, guys, I have to say that this move is still higher likelihood to the upside. We are seeing some caution signals, and I'm going to name those signals, the warning signals, all in today's video. But generally, when we just look at Bitcoin, we are still in an uptrend, right? Based on the structure, we are in an uptrend. Based on time, we are in a bull market. We finished the bear market with that beautiful bear market low right here where we went all in. Right, and now we are in a bull market. In a bull market, we of course also have corrections, but the chances of an explosive move in a bull market will always be more likely, or more likely to be to the upside rather than to be to the downside, because a bull market is a season for growth, right? It's not a season for decline. So that is basically the two most important reasons why the chances for Bitcoin to continue to go up is higher. We are in a bull market and we structurally still in an uptrend. That uptrend though is kind of hovering a little bit, like this is slowly, we are at that support from that rising channel right here, and it looks like we are rolling over, but I'm not really sure whether that will be the definite breakdown, because I think a lot of people, they are actually expecting that Bitcoin is going to break up. How do I know that? Well, I made some polls over on YouTube and over on Twitter. I can show you guys what we have been saying over there. So when we go to my profile, if you don't follow me on Twitter, make sure to do follow me over on Twitter. I have a link down below in the description. And here I ask, for example, are you in a position right now? And like 57%, although there's not so many votes, but 57% said yes, we are in a long position. And this is the data that we are seeing on Will Portal 2. Most people are in a long position and the open interest is quite high. And now in a bull market, now and then, this can happen, right? It can happen that open interest, that funding rates are going up and that price continues to go up. It happens if the price is really bullish. But generally what happens is we tend to see a reset on these metrics where people start to doubt themselves about their long position. They get liquidated, they get stopped out, and that is the moment that the price actually can and will go up. So I think that is that is the scenario we should hope for right now, but I think the longer it takes right here, the more chances the downside scenario will have. Why? Because we just surpassed the 60-day cycle low around this time frame right here. We have a timer over on Will Portal as well. If you go right here to the Bitcoin cycles, then you can see we are already on day 62 and we haven't had yet a clear low in the price. So this is already quite late, right? Normally we are seeing, for example, this low was at day 53. This one was actually quite early, and we can see a low at day 63, 64. 65 is also possible as well, but it is kind of late, right? We actually would love to see that low already. But yeah, it looks like we might come down right here to form that low today, tomorrow, on the next days. And then is the question, what is going to happen afterwards? Are we going to see that liquidity grab bounce off from these levels, or are we going to see a breakdown? And let me show you guys what we basically done in these previous scenarios. And let me go over the most simple scenarios, and then I will share a wildcard scenario with you where you have to be aware of, because this is something that Bitcoin does very, very often, okay? First of all, we can do something like this, where Bitcoin just like goes back to the support at 28.4k, gets quickly bought up, and then we eventually make another rally to the resistance, break out to the upside, and that is the moment we can have that explosive move to the upside where we all have been waiting for. This is only confirmed once we break out from this falling wedge structure. So the bullish scenario right now, I think you should take a little distance from it. And because everyone is bullish, and because derivatives exchange data is not so bullish, so we don't really have a bullish confirmation right now in the shorter term time frame. Longer term time frame, we're still in an uptrend, everything looks good. But shorter term time frame, we don't have any confirmation. So I would say shorter term time frame, we wait until we at least get a breakout right here at 20, maybe surpass this high, even 29.5k. That would be a nice moment if we did grab liquidity, come down. Another possibility is, of course, that we break down right here, and yeah, that would be very bearish. That is definitely a scenario that I'm watching as well. Also, because when we look at the stablecoin dominance right here, we have a pattern like an inverse head and shoulders pattern right here, left shoulder right here, head in the middle, right shoulder right there, where it looks like we are going to break out from. And guys, this chart is not looking so fun for Bitcoin, to be honest, because if we do break up right here and we go to that 10% level, this will be a big dump in the Bitcoin price for sure. But if we can break out from this falling wedge to the upside, that will be big trouble for Bitcoin. If that were to be the case, guys, I have to maybe adjust my opinion that we have seen the high for 2023. And that we are going to see a little bit longer term correction from this whole sustained move that we have so far. I don't like this scenario, guys. I really don't like this scenario because I really want to see Bitcoin trending higher. But I just gotta be honest. If this chart would break out to the upside, that would just be insanely bearish for Bitcoin, if you ask me. So this is another thing I watched with. That evidence is not there yet. We can also still do something like this, right? So that would be still very bullish for Bitcoin, and that could maybe bring us to the next one, the wildcard scenario. When we have a look at the previous structures of Bitcoin, guys, all this consolidation structure was with a falling wedge formation, and right now it's not different. We all the time form these falling wedge formations, and these are actually quite common in Bitcoin. I've seen them very, very often, not only in a shorter term time frame, but also in a bigger time frame scale. So I'm going to show you that as well. But these falling wedge formations, they sometimes tend to break out to the downside, only to break back up like as a huge fake out, like trapping all the bulls and bears at the same time, which happened like this year a lot of times. So we have this falling wedge, we break down, move sideways, and we go in one move, bam, break back up, and then straight breakout up to the upside. This was a huge fake out, kind of deep fake out as well. Here we also kind of have it. We have a falling wedge, we break down. At least this looked at that moment really like a breakdown, reverse back up, then we got to break out to the upside. So this is a wildcard scenario that I'm watching with Bitcoin as well, that we do something like this and then break up. Some levels to watch, of course, are the Fibonacci levels from the low right here till the high right here. I would say to be kind of safe for Bitcoin, we shouldn't really surpass that 50% mark. Of course, the 61.80% is still a level which could be a retracement before we can go up. But I would say the lower Bitcoin goes right here, the more chances of we are actually like entering the downtrend. So Bitcoin shouldn't really trade below 28k sustainable. I think if we do dip below that, it should be a quick liquidity grab. But yeah, like I said, I don't hope so. I really hope that Bitcoin can continue this uptrend. If Bitcoin were to break down right here, yeah, we definitely have to reconsider that 16-year cycle idea, because yeah, Bitcoin should accelerate in 2023. So this is just something to watch. Guys, I think it's very important to watch the derivatives exchange data. This data, the last days and the last weeks and even the last months has helped me personally so many times. Like, there were countless of times that I thought like, okay, I'm going to open a position right now, and that I go to whaleportal.com and that I actually don't get that confirmation, and that I don't open the position, and then in the end that position also tended to be wrong. So for example, like opening long positions during this time, right? During this time, yeah, a lot of people were opening long positions. We have evidence for that, right? There is just a lot of evidence for that. And if you do a macro long position, I still think it could be a good entry, but in the shorter term time frame, you see that we chop sideways, now we go down, and I think these signals were all very clear when we looked at whaleportal.com, that we didn't really got that perfect image of, yeah, no, right now is the time to jump on that boat. We didn't really got that image yet. We want to see like funding rates going down like this. That would be beautiful. That would definitely be a more bullish structure. So yeah, guys, this is basically what I'm watching with Bitcoin. Like I said, in terms of probabilities, I'm still more leaning to the bullish side, as I've been spoken before in this video. However, there are some signs right now in the shorter term time frame that are just not all too bullish. So we got to be aware of those two. We got to be prepared for both scenarios, either a breakdown or a break up, or a fake out. Just be ready for whenever that happens. I expect this major breakout to occur. I would say it's still possible this week. If not this week, then most likely next week. Like, the volatility cannot even go lower, right? Like, we are already at record low levels, which generally has been followed by a massive move to the upside. And also, guys, the sign that I spoke about in yesterday's video, the buy signal on the hash ribbon, I would say that is also a very, very bullish sign. So, like we said in yesterday's video, if you haven't seen that, make sure to check that one out. When we see a buy signal, the price can still go down before we have that massive up move, right? We have like a lot of examples for that. That we got a buy signal, the price went down a little bit, like limited downside, that's for sure, and then we just get that big move to the upside. So that's something we can see as well. I definitely lean more to the bullish side, guys, and I think the trend is your friend until the end. So let's just wait for a nice confirmation right here until we break up or break down. Okay, guys, that was it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a thumbs up, very much appreciated. If you want to stay connected during this bull market or during any market conditions, make sure to subscribe down below. Yeah, if you want to trade Bitcoin, make sure to do that over on Bybit or over on BitGet. Join with the affiliate link down below. You get a lot of extras if you do so, and you're supporting the channel. Very much appreciated. Yeah, guys, I want to wish every single one of you a beautiful day today, and I hope to see every single one of you in the next video.